Insurance. This is not a popular topic, but I feel it wouldn't be complete if we don't talk about it as Mr. Money TV. In fact, this topic is really dear to my heart because just last year, a good friend of mine was diagnosed with cancer.
Jangan pandang ringan dengan
Cancer is a group of cells whose growth is uncontrolled and unknown.
It is now the fourth most common cause of death in Malaysia.
The world's best minds are at work on the problem. Why is it taking so long? Why is the answer so difficult?
And that's why today we teamed up with Prudential to talk about this topic about insurance. I've known my friend Andrew for more than 5 years. He attended my wedding and we go to the same church, so we meet up every weekend. Time to time we'll have conversation about life and definitely talk about money.
It's finance.
Yes, where are we going to get more money?
We don't.
I recall in 2021 when we were having a conversation about his personal finances and he showed me his investments and other items, including his insurance. One of the things that I saw was his medical coverage was only 100,000. I felt it wasn't enough. So I gave him a suggestion to talk to his insurance agent to get an upgrade. After that, we left the conversation there. I did not follow up with him, so I wasn't sure if he actually followed through with my advice. Fast forward to March 2022. I was informed that he was diagnosed with cancer.
It was January 2022 where I first discovered, got admitted to hospital in March.
I was shocked. It was the last thing that I expected. I mean, he's one of the most active guys that I've known. He plays futsal every week, he trains jiu-jitsu with me every week. This guy is just full of energy. I mean, no one would have expected this.
It's not easy to grasp that, but it is what it is.
When I visited him, we talked about the condition he had. He told me he was diagnosed with leukemia.
It was a rare blood disorder called myelodysplastic syndrome, or better known as MDS, and it's like a pre-stage leukemia.
And it was very rare among adults. Usually only kids have it. But somehow he's one of the unlucky ones. When he told me the treatment cost 600,000 for 3 months, my jaw dropped. I wonder how is he going to pay that bill? Immediately, I wondered if he actually upgraded his insurance plan because I recall it was only 100,000 in coverage. After some consideration, I took the courage to actually ask him how can he afford this bill. I was relieved when he told me he actually took my advice and upgraded his insurance plan. So today, the bills are being paid by Prudential.
I never knew that how useful it is until when I need to be admitted to the hospital.
I recall in the hospital, he told me this one thing. He actually considered doing his treatment in government hospital, but it would have taken a long time because he'll need to wait for his turn for diagnosis and he'll need to wait for his turn before he can get the necessary treatment.
Don't get me wrong, doctors in government hospitals are really good. They are equipped with some of the best medical equipments, but it's just the waiting time. I can't wait. I need to get this treated as soon as possible.
Good news is, today he has completed his treatment and he is on the journey of recovery. One thing he said was this: if he did not have this coverage, it would have been impossible for him to pay for this treatment. Well, we all know the importance of having a medical insurance coverage, but the question is, do we have the right policy? The truth is, not all insurance policies are created equal. Today, with medical treatment advancing at a breakneck speed,
Each passing day, progress.
there are more advanced treatments such as precision medication that promise to be more effective and have a higher chance of recovery. But such treatments are often not found in public hospital, and many of the legacy policies do not cover for such treatment. It's important that you look through the policy details because these fine prints are going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. These days, there are newer policies out there that allow you to choose the best treatment for yourself. Take Prudential's Medical Booster for instance. They cover the most advanced treatment for cancer, precision cancer treatment. This gives a more accurate diagnosis based on individual's genetic profile and lifestyle. It also has an auto-increasing annual limit of up to 15 million ringgit. So there's no need to worry about medical inflation, even post-diagnosis of a chronic illness. On top of that, they have extensive pre- and post-hospitalization care to ensure you can have a worry-free recovery. That way, you have the option of choosing the best for yourself. So speak to your Prudential Wealth Planner to see how you can get the most value of your medical protection. Back to the story. Well, we have talked about medical costs, but this is just half the equation. There are other non-medical costs that are involved in diagnosis of chronic illness. And there's no better person to tell you about this than Andrew himself.
It's It's not just the cost, but I think opportunity cost as well as the time needed to relocate. I need to be dependent on my parents simply because I need to have a proper meal. I can't simply eat. This has actually made my parents just come up to Kuala Lumpur and live with me. I still work in the midst of all this treatment. Well, I do have a thought to just quit work and take a sabbatical break after the bone marrow transplant, or rather the chemo. The specialist mentioned that I need to take time off from work. Treatment and the medication will cause fatigue and will cause tiredness. It's hard, it's because I was told that there's a risk of not getting a new job. New employer will not take anyone who actually is not on good condition, simply because they don't want to take the risk of hiring someone who is fall sick. And I was very fearful about quitting job, and it's just tiring. And I can't tell this to anyone, but only to my line manager. If I have the opportunity to share in front of a wider audience, prioritize your health more than work. I'm very lucky that I have colleagues who mentioned that we should take time off rather than just continue to work, because you're not able to give your fullest potential. But in the same time, get yourself covered, get yourself a medical card. We all need at a certain point in our life, regardless of in government or in private. For all you know that you will get this kind of critical illness for no reason, because the cost of medical has been rising and it will not stop. It will be raising from year to year.
Chronic illness such as this can truly change our lifestyle. As much as insurance is not a popular topic, it is crucial for us to talk about it, because the risk of chronic illness is always there, and only with the right insurance policy, you can focus on recovery rather than money.